Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. Good morning, my love. Look at everybody. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to a brand. I'm smelling burgers in the house today. That's what it is. Thank you, everybody. Happy Monday. He's straight the tie there. Welcome. Monday right there. A Monday that feels like a Friday. Nice. Thank you. Okay, let's get started. Welcome to a brand new week. It is God, this audience is like a Friday audience. They're fantastic, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to my sister from another mister. It's Miss Kendall over there. Good morning, Kendall.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good. I think when you have like a good, well-rested weekend, you feel good.
Yeah, I did not have.
You did not. No.
I did not have a well-rested weekend.
Well-rested weekend, yeah.
I a little tired, a little worn down, but it was all for a really great reason. I'll go into it a little bit more later. And all you need to know is I was in La Crosse, Wisconsin this weekend. And
I
was in La Crosse, and we have an affiliate there. Hey, everybody in La Crosse and Eau Claire. And I was there for a wonderful event. I told you guys about it on Friday. It's a center that helps women in turmoil. Colin's Aunt Lisa is one of the counselors there. We raised a lot of money. It was in Viroqua, Wisconsin at the VFW there. It was a lot of fun. So we stayed in La Crosse, and I have a question for all of the good people of La Crosse. And here's my question. Why don't y'all have a Starbucks? I really want to know. Why do you not have a Starbucks or a Caribou? I wrote a letter to the Starbucks people because, look, let me say this too. There are a lot of great local coffee shops there. There are a ton, okay? I love them. However, it boggles my mind that a town like La Crosse that has, tourism, has a college, has a vibrant downtown scene, you know what I mean? They don't have a Starbucks or a Boo of the Cara. And I thought, maybe it's because they don't like chains. You know, some neighborhoods won't let chain restaurants or stores into their area. But no, there's a Qdoba there. There's a Subway there that executive producer Jeff worked at. He was fired. But anyway, he worked there. But were you not fired? Oh, no, he wasn't fired. But anyway, I just made that up.
It's just you that's gotten the fired.
But we had to travel. We went 7 miles outside of La Crosse. I felt like I was on the Appalachian Trail. You know, I had to go across the river to a place called, what's it called, Jeff?
Alaska. It's
on
not
Alaska.
That far.
It was, yeah. But it's the only Starbucks in that area, and it was busy. There was like a 20-minute wait. I feel bad, so I got on the internet and I emailed Starbucks and go, y'all need to open another one in La Crosse or something. Now, you have intel about this. Now, you did some research.
Jason Show research team over here.
That's right, okay.
Yeah. My sister lives in La Crosse. We've talked about this. So
yes.
I said, Ellie, is this true or is it not? There is no Starbucks in La Crosse. She goes, nah, girl, on Alaska. And I said, okay, then what's the place we go? But there's this place we love called Mocha. It's M-O-K-A.
I passed that.
Yeah, it's really, really good. They have good drinks, but they let your dogs come in and they give your dogs treats.
Okay, you lost me there. I don't.
They do. It's cute.
I love dogs. I don't want dog fur in my coffee. You know what I mean?
Diva.
No, but so it is. So she doesn't. Your sister doesn't know why there's no Starbucks.
Nope. She said nope. It's on Alaska. I was like, well, yes, that's now been confirmed twice.
Yeah.
So.
On Alaska's, it's great, but it was very busy, and I felt bad for the barista because this one woman. Oh, Lord have mercy. This woman in front of me, this is her order, and I'm not kidding. I thought I had a high maintenance order.
You do have a high maintenance order.
I do, but she was.
Tell them what it is. Tell them what it is, Jason. What is
my
it?
order isn't that high maintenance. It's a venti cold brew with the salted cold foam. That's easy. Whatever, audience.
I had to show the girl at the checkout. I was like, I don't know, he wants this.
She was new. Anyway, I don't even know where I was going. But anyway, I want the good people of La Crosse to have a Starbucks or Minnesota's own Caribou. I just don't know why there isn't one there. So
they don't want it, I guess.
Well, let the people of La Crosse speak for themselves. I don't know. Let me know, everybody. Do you want one? I'll get you. We'll email Starbucks. We'll get you one there. Or a Boo.
Oh, we will. We'll get that for them.
We have affected change here on the Jason Show before. Yeah, anyway. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. But on another note, people in La Crosse are so nice.
They're so
we had
nice.
such a great weekend. They're all kidding aside. People were so nice. First up, Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan are opening up in a rare documentary. I know, this is, right, Aaron? This made me really sad. Anyway, the documentary is called Harry and Meghan, An African Journey, and it follows the couple as they travel to South America. Harry is opening up about his life, which is rare. You know, he doesn't really talk a lot about his personal life. And one of the things he talks about, his relationship with his brother. Look at this.
There's been a lot of talk in the press about rifts with your brother. How much of that is true?
Part of this role and part of this job and this family being under the pressure that it's under, inevitably, you know, stuff happens. But look, we're brothers. We'll always be brothers. We're certainly on different paths at the moment, but I will always be there for him, and as I know, he'll always be there for me. You know, we don't see each other as much as we used to because we're so busy. But you know, I love him dearly, and you know, the majority of the stuff is the majority of stuff is created out of nothing.
Well, yeah, it hasn't been an easy year for Harry and Meghan, and the two open up about the struggles that they're facing in Harry and Meghan, An African Journey. I said American Journal a few minutes ago. It airs in the U.S. on Wednesday night. There's another soundbite that I would encourage you guys to go listen to, and that's from Meghan. I'm not a big royals. I'm not overly fascinated by them. We do very few stories here on this show. But I felt really bad for Meghan Markle. First of all, I didn't even know what she sounded like. I didn't watch Suits, so it was interesting to hear her voice. Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, that's what she sounds like. But anyway, she opened up to the reporter. She said, and I'm paraphrasing, she said, when I met Harry, she said, my American friends were all excited. She said, but her British friends looked at her and said, girl, are you sure? Because the British, she goes, this is almost a direct quote, she goes, because the British tabloids will destroy your life. Because, look, as sleazy as we think the tabloids are here in America, they're 100 million times worse in the UK. You would have thought that would have ended after Princess Diana, but it did not. They're the same. They're as sleazy as they've ever been. And the look on Meghan's face just really made me feel bad for her. Now, I get it. There's some of you in the audience, including our executive producer, who's like, well, she knew what she was getting into, so boo-hoo, boo-hoo. I get it, but I don't care how long you're a celebrity. I don't think you're ever prepared for the veracity and the monstrous behavior that the British tabloid press engages in on a daily basis. You know what I mean? I have a little sympathy for her.
I do. Well, I love my royals.
Yeah,
like,
I know
I'm a big royal lover. I woke up at 4 a.m. to watch the wedding type level.
Oh,
right?
good. Okay, that's good
so
to know. Yeah.
I love this stuff. But
What do you think?
when she did that interview, it was the first time you ever saw her visibly upset.
Yeah.
She says, like, thank you for asking. I'm really not okay. No, I was prepared for this, but I don't think anybody can be prepared for basically the lies. Like, you know you're lying and you just keep saying it. She's like, if I deserved something, I'd get it. But it's just like...
And it's hard for her to defend herself because of the protocols of being a member of the royal family. Next in the dish. Last week, Lady Gaga took a tumble during her concert, just rolled right off the stage with a guy, like a tourist from Orlando or something. Had her, and then they both fell. Well, we can report she's okay. She's fine. Gaga posted this video to her Instagram, soaking in the ice bath. And by the way, this is what Aaron Schwab does after each of our shows every day. And another post, she said they had to x-ray her whole body. But she's going to be okay. Gaga was in the middle of her Vegas residency when she fell off the stage after a fan was invited on stage. He picked her up, and then they fell. Well, okay, now, first of all, you goober, you don't pick up... if you're invited on stage, you don't pick up Gaga.
No.
What are you doing?
No.
You know?
But, when I first read this, I thought she fell because she wears those like monster heels. So I was like, oh yeah, that's not surprising. And then you find out like just some dude just picked her up and was like, whoops.
Yeah, and fell.
Just fell over on the Gaga.
That's why I always feel bad. We got to get to the next story, but I always feel bad. And I know you don't watch you don't watch Price is Right because you watch this show when you record that one. But I always feel bad for for Bob Barker and now Drew Carey when people win, and they used to pick poor Bob Barker up, and it's like he's 170 years old. Stop. Yeah. Next, Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon star in the new Apple TV Plus series, The Morning Show. That's dropping November 1st, I think, or in a couple weeks. While they're out promoting the show, they decided to reenact another time they shared together on the small screen. You know which one it is. Look at this.
Oh, that's sweet.
Is this where you say the line that you love so much?
Yes, this is, well, we could say the line too. Do you remember your line?
Do it. But you said, I say, you can't have Ross.
Can't have. The only thing I can't have is dairy.
I love. If you guys don't remember, Reese made 2 appearances on Friends as Rachel's younger sister. I forgot about that when I heard news that they were doing the morning show together. I'm like, oh, that's right. Reese was on Friends.
I love that she remembered her line too. She's like, oh, that's that line I love. Like,
yeah.
This was forever ago. She just.
And Jen had no idea.
No.
But to Jennifer, I mean, she did what, 22 episodes a year?
Right.
How can you remember all of those things? But yeah, I don't remember.
What we talked about on Friday.
I don't remember what happened on our show on Friday, let alone 15 years ago. Lots more to come, everybody. Go grab another cup of coffee. Back after this. Coming up, wedding bells are ringing in Hollywood, and TMZ is, of course, right there. Details on Jennifer Lawrence's big old wedding, which A-listers were, well, on the list. Then, I've been waiting all weekend for this. Here's what I'm going to say. Producer Ted as a mermaid. I mean, merman. The shocking transformation still ahead. And impossible meat is everywhere. But what is it? Is it healthier? Is it delicious? We assigned our foodie queen, Stephanie Hansen, to get to the bottom of it all. That and more still ahead.
No, now, were you really expecting it and thinking, when is this finally going to happen?
No, I don't think so. I guess I mean, it seemed like it was something that I thought would be nice. I mean, we talked about.
Right, right. Did he do it in a romantic way? You don't have to say exactly what, but
he did. He killed it.
Yeah.
He did like a whole James Bond situation. He was very, yeah. I know he was surprising. Yeah, there's got a lot behind that news desk. He's hiding. Yeah.
No, he seems like he does. He's charming.
Yes, he's very charming and very thoughtful and romantic. But I was very, I was surprised. I mean, even if you kind of imagine what that moment's going to be like, it's still, it's a beautiful moment.
Was it like a balloon situation? Was it like an air, like something like over the top?
Like a hot air balloon? Or with balloons?
Just one balloon, just one single balloon. Yeah. No, like a hot air balloon.
No, there was no hot air balloon involved. No.
So it wasn't really that great.
You need a balloon. Scarlett Johansson talking with Ellen about her engagement to SNL cast member and head writer Colin Jost. Well, on Mondays we get a special serving of hot dish all the way from Hollywood. Please give it up from TMZ. It's Sean, everybody. Hi, Sean.
Hey, Jason, how's it going?
Well, first up, speaking of love, this surprised me. Jennifer Lawrence tied the knot over the weekend. What are the details?
That's right. Yeah, she got married in Rhode Island. We broke the story to you last week that was going to be happening. And she married Cook Maroney, her fiance, who she got engaged to in February. Now, They got married at the Belle Court in Newport, which is a giant mansion in Rhode Island that's designed to look like a hunting lodge at the Palace of Versailles. And there were tons of celebrities in attendance at the wedding. There was Kris Jenner, her boyfriend Corey Gamble, Emma Stone, one of J-Law's best friends, Nicole Richie, Sienna Miller, Cameron Diaz. I mean, it was really just a who's who of Hollywood turning out for this, and the pictures look pretty spectacular.
I love, some people get married at VFWs, other people get married in a recreation of that. Yeah.
I mean, if you can, why not?
Why not? Hey, Suge Knight is behind bars, but he wants someone to cash in on his name, huh?
Yeah, so that's right. So Suge Knight is safely behind bars, but he has signed over his life rights to, of all people, Ray J, because he's expecting him to make the right decisions when it comes to telling his story to help make him some money while he's behind bars. And when we say telling his story, we mean, you know, whether it's books, movies, TV, etc., etc. Our sources are telling us that a documentary is already being developed about Suge and about Tupac as well. So we'll have to wait to see what Ray J does with this.
Yeah, a documentary would be interesting, actually. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah, I think a documentary is maybe a better way to go about this than doing anything scripted, because a lot of times a scripted project is perceived to glamorize an individual or to glamorize a certain story, but a documentary will maybe provide for a more real assessment of the facts in this case, which is, you know, probably better considering there's murder involved.
I was going to say, yeah, it's not exactly a feel-good little document. Yeah.
No.
Finally, one of the stars of Botched on E forked over big bucks for his new wife's bling. What? Like, how much are we talking?
We're talking around $174,000. So this is Dr. Paul Nassif from Botched. Yep. He paid $165,000 for the engagement ring, which has a center stone of about 3.15 carats. The band is pure platinum. And then for wedding rings, he actually got two rings, which are both have eternity bands with diamonds circling all around them at about 1.25 carats for all of that. And the idea was to encompass the engagement ring, surround it with these two rings to sort of show like surrounded by love. So really sweet design there that they came up with.
That's too big. That, you know what I mean, Sean? It's like I always think, yes.
Is it?
Yeah, Sean. Sean, you know what it is? Sean, did you ever watch the Flintstones?
Of course.
Okay, you know the opening credits when they go to the drive-in and they put that thing on the tray and it tips the whole car over? That's what this is like.
Yeah?
How can you not fall over with something that big on your hand?
I'm telling you, I've seen bigger.
Oh. Well, Sean, at this time, we should ask to see your hands. Hello? Oh, he's frozen. Are you kidding? Oh. Let's see your hand, Sean. Oh! Bye, Sean. Have a good week.
Girl.
You know he has a big ring. You know he does. Some big, like, Liberace, this big, like, giant stone with, like, a lion over it or something. Yeah. I don't like big rings. Are you big on jewelry, Kendall? I
like earrings, and I wear, like, a couple consistent rings, but, yeah. But, if somebody's going to give me that, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, I'll take it and then go to Pawn America. You know what I mean? And get some money. Oh, yeah.
No, because if he's buying you that ring, he can just buy you a Bugatti, too.
That's true. I love that you whip out a Bugatti. Yeah. More dish for you now. More dish for you. The X Factor may not have been a hit show here in the U.S. Yeah, it lasted for like 4 days. But it's still really big across the pond. And this fall, there is a celebrity X Factor competition happening in England featuring a few U.S. stars. One of them is former Glee actor Kevin McHale. And he wowed. You know, he was a side character kind of in Glee. Didn't get a lot of attention, but he wowed the judges with this performance.
You're in my blood, you're in my veins, you're in my head. You, babe, and I'm a sucker for the way that you move, babe. And I could try to run, but
that show at a picnic? Where is that show at? That's cool. Okay, anyway, that's McHale singing Camila Cabello's Never Be the Same. He advanced to the next round, I would hope so, in front of the judges, including Simon Cowell and Nicole Scherzinger. Former talk show host Ricky Lake is also competing, besides mostly British celebrities. You can watch Celebrity X Factor Monday nights on the cable channel Access, AXS, if you're on your cable. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever watched that show?
No, not that, especially, I mean, so can I just say, did anybody else watch Glee? Because I was like, wow, he's not in a wheelchair. No, nobody else watched Glee? Because he played a character in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And so seeing him not in a wheelchair is like,
yeah,
cool.
no, he was,
it's just weird, you know?
Yeah, no, he was really, he had one of the best, he really had one of the best voices of the cast.
And he he was such a memorable character to me. It's like seeing you now, if you shaved off your beard, I'd be like, whoa. It would just be different.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
If I came with like red hair, you'd be like, oh, whoa.
Nobody
is feeling this with me.
No,
Not
I feel it. No,
person
I get it. You see
what I'm
someone in a
saying.
certain, you see someone in a certain vein for like 10 years on a show, and then boom, you see him in a different light.
Yes,
in
and
somebody's
I love that
backyard
show.
on that show. Yeah.
Right.
I get it, girl. I get it.
Thank you.
With you.
Thank you.
Next in the dish, there may be trouble at CBS News, specifically the evening news. And I don't like delivering this story because I like her. You may remember Norah O'Donnell got promoted to the evening news gig over the summer, and it came with a hefty raise, giving her $7 million a year, which, let me tell you, and she deserves it. The men make that money in that position, She replaced Jeff Glor, who averaged third place behind ABC World News Tonight and NBC's Nightly News. Well, things aren't looking so good for Norah. In the last week alone, Norah has seen her ratings drop 25% in the 25 to 54 demo, which is the one that advertisers care the most about. The slide has been steady for the past month and are far more than Jeff's declines. But CBS told the New York Post that they're extremely pleased with Norah, and ratings are not the sole measure at this time. Some critics say CBS botched her transition, went with a soft opening over the summer with not a lot of fanfare. They plan to move her show to Washington, D.C., but no word on when that will happen. Look, I'm a nerd for all this stuff. I love late night TV. I'm fascinated by that. I love morning TV for obvious reasons, and I love the evening news race. I've always been fascinated by it. Look, it takes a long, just like morning habits, evening news habits are long settled. I mean, usually, if your grandpa watched CBS, you watch CBS, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. So evening news trends move at a glacial pace. So Norah is going up against that. She's also going up against the fact that CBS has been third. You just can't put this on Norah. CBS has been third since Dan Rather was in the seat. And they only had a little blip of good news when Bob Schieffer did it. But look, even my ex-wife, Katie Couric. Even my ex-wife, Katie Couric, who did come in with a lot of hoopla, Katie Couric quickly sank back to number 3. It's just difficult. But I got to tell you, in this age where not a lot of people trust journalists, either fairly or unfairly, Norah is a journalist that I do trust. I used to say on this very broadcast, I loved her on CBS this morning. My favorite thing was watching her open her mouth and swallow politicians whole. You know what I mean? Of both parties, yeah.
Yep.
She's fair. I think she's fair. She's a heavy hitter, and I think if people give her a chance, I watch I'm a nerd. I watch all of them, but yeah.
I was gonna say you watch literally all of them, don't you?
Yeah, and I do have a little bit of a crush on her too. I do have to say, I do. Oh yeah. Have a little, Norah, if you're watching.
Watch out.
I do. I love her.
Watch out, Katie Couric. He's changing lanes over to Norah.
Well, let's be clear. If Katie would return a call, maybe I would still be married to her. Yeah.
Well, that's the tea.
Speaking of people I love, there's a woman in the front row over there who, right there, she saw herself on camera and had the best reaction. Right there, that's my new co-host for this hour right here. Can you scoot over a little bit? There we go. Look at us. Now we're a pretty good looking team right there. There we are, yeah. Still ahead, everybody. Producer Ted hits the tanks at Sea Life and becomes a merman. You don't want to miss this. And then Stephanie Hansen joins us to talk about the meatless food trend taking over the food world. We will be back after these words, everybody. Back after this. There's my girl right there. Look for her new show next fall on Fox. Right there. There is a rather unique exhibit happening at Sea Life at the Mall of America. After a very popular visit last year, the mermaids are back. Thank you. And what's better? They invited us to come along. And when I mean us, I mean Ted. It's time for another edition of America Loves Ted.
So Jason talks a lot about how he and his hairdresser, they have this battle. Are mermaids real? I'm here to tell you, they are real. River, what are the top 3 things I need to know as a merman?
Always wear your heart on your cheek. Clean up after yourself. And remember to smile. Do you feel beautiful?
I always, of course. I love my body.
That's the biggest thing. Being comfortable.
Are there mermaids who are a little self-conscious?
No.
No, they don't exist. So if people want to meet mermaids, how do they meet you?
Well, you can come see us this weekend at Sea Life Mall of America.
Where the magic happens.
Where the magic happens.
Do you want another magic smile?
Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Yes. There it is.
There's a rumor going around that I don't actually get to wear this in the tank.
Mm-hmm. It looks beautiful, but yeah, we have to take off the paint for the fish.
Sad.
Yeah.
Now, in case you want to see me in the tank with all of this, I've noticed it's a little hard to get around. How do you do it?
The turtle.
Of course, the turtle.
Yay, there we go.
Mermaid coming, merman coming. I'm real. I'm real.
He took my turtle.
Merman coming through. Merman.
Wow, look at this hallway.
Oh, we should be able to.
You know, I thought mermaids were majestic. This is the least majestic thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, you think being a merman is glamorous. It's not. There's a lot of hard work with this. This is what they don't see. What I'm told is I need a merman name.
You do.
What is it?
Well, it depends. It can be anything you want it to be. Your favorite fruit, or your favorite ocean, your favorite color even.
Well, The Bachelor is my favorite TV show.
Okay.
So Merman Bachelor.
Merman Bachelor? Yep.
Good. I think we're ready.
I think you are. Off you go.
I want him to go down, but he's just kind of floating on the top.
Joining us now from the control room is Ted.
Hello.
Oh God, Ted. Oh, I have a headache from laughing at you. Okay, Ted, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why were you floating on the top?
So they wouldn't let me go under. They said I had to stay on the top because I'm not scuba certified, so I had to be on just floating on the surface with my snorkel.
Okay, now photographer Eric, who should win an Emmy for that piece, by the way. Photographer Eric, because we couldn't see you in the tank, we did some special effects TV magic. How was that done?
We have video of that, and it's very interesting.
Okay.
And he even made that look good.
Oh, God. So he green screens you out and then puts you in the tank.
Exactly. And if you look hard enough, you can still see the power socket in the video.
Ted, we got to go, but out of all the stories that we've assigned you, where does this rank for you?
This is up there with the trapeze.
Yes, for us, on behalf of the American public, thank you, Ted. There we go.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Oh, God. Grandma's doing that next week. That's right. Yeah. We're talking all things impossible, as in the burgers, with Stephanie Hansen when we come back. Back after this, everybody. Oh, God. Welcome back, my friends. Well, no word in the English language has gotten as much buzz this year as the word impossible, as in the Impossible Burger. So what is the meatless burger trend all about? Here to talk about it and then sample a few, give it up from the Weekly Dish, our foodie expert, Stephanie Hansen, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back.
I don't know how I can follow up the merman segment.
I don't know how you can follow Ted, but
come on.
if there's any person that's up for the challenge, it is you. So
He was hilarious.
Okay, let's just break it down simply. What is the Impossible Burger craze? What is this?
Okay, so there are two sort of name brand alternative meats. Impossible Burger and Impossible Meats is one, and Beyond Meats is the other one that you'll see primarily in your grocery stores. These are products that are made from plants, okay? This is an example of like a Beyond Meat sausage. Here's a Beyond Meat burger patty.
Okay.
They're made from plants. So in the case of the Beyond Meat, it's made from pea protein. A lot of it that's grown actually here in the Twin Cities.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's state of Minnesota. There's a very large, Purus is a large plant protein provider. They're meant to taste like meat. So they're marketed to meat consumers. They're not like the bean burgers or the grain burgers of yore, because those were marketed to like vegetarian people. These are actually marketed to meat eaters.
Now, you are a foodie, and we're going to taste some a little bit later, so we'll really get into taste there. But just bottom line it for me quickly, do they have the same texture as meat?
Yeah, they do.
I'm all about texture.
And I can't wait to taste them with you.
Okay.
The primary, there's plant-based, but there's also an ingredient in them called heme, H-E-M-E, that makes the meat bleed and have juice like regular meat would, even though it's plant-based.
I don't know how I feel about that, but okay.
Yeah.
Now, when people are doing this, I think there's an assumption by the consumer that I am eating this because this is healthier. Are
Yes.
they healthier?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
What they are, though, is they're not necessarily healthier from a calorie perspective. A lot of them are still served on buns with cheese, with bacon bits, and lots of heavy sauces. But if you are someone that is really interested in replacing how many times a week you eat meat because you're supporting environmental causes, they are better for the environment. So a lot of people are like, hey, if I can stop emitting greenhouse gases from meat by replacing my meat consumption, Meatless Monday or one day a week, then that is something that you're doing that's good and healthy for the environment.
On that note, are we seeing a downward trend of meat consumption?
No. In fact, more people are eating meat than ever, primarily because the keto diet, the paleo diets, people have sort of vilified carbohydrates. And I do think that's why there's an interest in alternatives too. People are looking for other healthy alternatives, and they're looking for ways to be more sustainable in the environment, particularly people that are in the young folks.
Price?
Not necessarily cheaper, a little bit the same or cheaper, but no more necessarily. And it kind of depends on where you go, because they're not usually on special yet because they're hard to find. You can find them at your grocery stores, typically in the freezer sections, but they're not as plentiful as meat. And consider this, so 40% of the world eats meat a lot, okay? Only 1% is really eating the meatless alternative meat still. So there's a gigantic way for them to go in the marketplace to really make a difference or an impact on overall consumption. But the grocery stores are very interested in all these products. I was just at a Trends program that was done, and plant-based foods is like the #1 trend that you're going to be seeing the next couple of years.
We're going to taste a few of these meatless burgers when we come back. Back after this, everybody. We're going to eat them. I'm curious. I have never had them. Welcome back. We're going to eat now. Back with Stephanie Hansen. I know, seriously. Back with Stephanie Hansen, and now we talked about meatless burgers, now we're actually going to eat them.
Yeah, we're going to eat a couple that you can find at local restaurants. So the first one here is Red Cow's Burger. Yeah.
We love the Red Cow.
This is the Impossible Burger Patty.
Okay.
It's got avocado, garlic mayo, American cheese, whole wheat buns, served with some Brussels sprouts. What's interesting about some of these burgers is they're not for vegans, right, or vegetarians. They'll go ahead, they'll put cheese on them. They'll put mayo that's made with eggs on them. But if you look at it, like just texture-wise and the look of the inside, the color of the meat, looks like just a regular burger,
It looks like a medium burger, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that one's yours. This one's mine.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I've never had one of these before. The texture is very similar. The taste is very similar. I enjoy that. I really like that.
I do too.
Did you like that?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the only difference for me, and I eat at Red Cow a lot, is that they're on a whole wheat bun, and normally they use a white kind of puffier bun, but that was the only taste and texture difference I could tell. And it tastes meaty.
I was going to say, again, I'm a big texture guy. That was really good.
I thought so too.
If someone would have given that to me, I never would have known, okay?
Okay, look at this one. Now this is
Get a close-up of this one.
This is the Beyond Meat brand,
Okay.
and it's the All-American Burger. It's got vegan cheese, shredded lettuce, red onion, house pickles, sauce. This is from The How, and Craft and Crew Hospitality is the maker of this burger. They also have a restaurant, Stanley's in Northeast, The Block, Pub 819. They have like a dog menu there that I've talked about before.
Yeah.
This is a great neighborhood bar that has
messy.
good gastropub food.
So we'll bring Kendall in for this one to eat. Yeah.
Poor Kendall always has to eat my messy
We're going to go to the next one, so have her try this one.
I'll eat the junk out of this.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there you go. Again, texture-wise, you can see it looks the
Yeah,
exact
we need a report
same.
on the texture, Kendall.
Oh, I eat Beyond Meat and meatless burgers all the time.
Oh, really? Oh, good,
like
good,
once
good.
a week.
Oh, fantastic. Look at her.
So I'm into
Yeah.
this.
She's way ahead of the trend.
Okay.
I know, yeah.
That one's delicious.
Okay, I'm going to take a little
It's
bit.
a little bit different.
Okay.
The
Really more
taste is a little bit different.
Keep chewing, keep chewing.
Do
Okay.
we need to hand her?
Yeah,
here.
I'll get her napkin. You go, you
Here,
keep going.
no, I'll just give her that dirty towel from
There we
below.
go, yeah.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Okay, Impossible Burger. These are at Whoppers. So
Okay.
this is a fast food option for you. All the Burger Kings in town have them.
Okay,
This is yours.
okay, I'll eat this one.
And I love a Whopper, so I'm kind of
I do too.
excited about this.
I like that flame broiled
Oh,
taste.
me too. And the sauce.
Okay, is it good? I mean, I used to eat the Whopper Junior like it was my job, and now I want to eat these. Is it?
Exact same.
Yeah?
Really
there
good.
is no,
No.
there is so little difference between a real Whopper and this thing. That is really good. But you're saying, again, though, calorie-wise,
It's the same. So it's not any like healthier for you necessarily. Still has a ton of mayo, still has all the stuff. But if you're ecologically inclined to try to do your part for the environment, then maybe this would appeal to you.
Kendall, try this one here. Let me get you
yeah.
a better napkin there. We'll get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Try that one there. I'm not kidding. That, again, in a blind taste test like they used to do in the 80s, I wouldn't have been, I would never have guessed. Isn't that good, Kendall?
It's really good.
All of these are winners. There wasn't one that I wouldn't eat on a regular basis.
And we would tell you. Because I kind of
especially this one.
expected to not like at least one.
No, I liked every single one of them. So.
And when you are cooking these at home, like Kendall was saying, she just cooks them in a skillet. It's like 3 minutes. You can put them on the grill. You can cook it in a skillet. These are sausages. You could pair them with like a tomato sauce. It's all good.
All good. So is she, Stephanie Hansen, everybody. Catch her every Saturday morning on the weekly dish on My Talk 1071. Or you can find Stephanie online at stephaniesdish.com. And don't forget to follow her on social media as well. We're going to take a small break, and we'll be back right after these words. Back after this. That is darn fine. That was great. Welcome back. Just talking to Stephanie Hansen about the impossible meat trend. If there is a trend, a food trend that you're curious about that you would like us to try on the show, go ahead and drop us an email on our Facebook page. That's how this idea came about. I kept seeing the Impossible Burgers everywhere, and I thought, we need Stephanie Hansen on it.
Right.
We were talking price, and you have a good comparison as far as the price.
Yeah, so my husband and I eat those probably once a week. I would say compared to good meat, it's pretty relative. If you're getting really cheap meat, then yes, that's more expensive. But, you know, a good burger with good meat and that are pretty close.
The price is pretty comparable. I'll say it again. I was telling the executive producer I wasn't being goofy or funny or anything. That, if I had a blindfold on for the Whopper, I would not have been able to tell the difference between a Whopper and that Impossible Whopper. I really wouldn't.
It was really good. I'm eating the rest of it for lunch.
That's as you should. That's right. Hey, don't forget to come see us this week. We have seats available if you want tickets. Just go to our Facebook page, hit that ticket tab. You're in by 9:15 and you're out by 11:15. And we welcome groups too. If you're in an office that wants a little bonding session, come join us. We have a good time. And we will be right back. Back after this. Back after this. Welcome back. Kendall joins me again. Just a few more minutes, wrapping up the show. We are talking about my trip this weekend to Viroqua and to La Crosse. I started the broadcast saying that I wish La Crosse, for the good people of La Crosse, I wish they had a Starbucks or a Caribou. They have neither. You said during the break, because you have a lot of family and friends there, you got a lot of DMs just within this hour. Yeah.
Yes. Y'all have a lot of quick trips, and they're like, maybe you need more quick trips up here.
Oh,
they like quick trip.
Well, there we go. Fine, La Crosse, people of La Crosse, if y'all don't want a Starbucks, I ain't forcing it on you. I'm just saying. I was
Just
trying
go
to help
Mocha.
you.
And I got a few other people that were like, I love that place too. So,
Fantastic.
hey.
Yeah, there we go.
Whatever.
Well, speaking of La Crosse and Viroqua, I also told you the reason I was there, I was emceeing an event that I've been doing for about 5 or 6 years for the Family and Children's Center in Viroqua, Wisconsin. This center helps women in turmoil. And this is a kind of lighter moment at the event. I'm up there. That's my best friend, Jen. One of the many games that we play to raise money is heads and tails, which I love to play. You put beads around your neck. I flip a coin. You put your head on your bum or your head. And if you're right, you keep your beads on. If you're wrong, you take a bead off. And whoever remains wins. Well, my best friend, Jen, who is next to me, the most competitive person on earth, bought probably $400 worth of beads, and therefore she was the winner, and that was the moment right there. But yeah, we raised this center. You know, I said it on Friday. When you are in a town, in a rural area, you know, these centers don't get a lot of federal or state funding, so they rely on these benefits for their budget for the year. And I was thrilled. We raised a record amount of money that night. A lot of people came out to the VFW, and you see the impact that this makes on women. My Aunt Lisa has done it for 20 years and has helped hundreds of women transfer out of peril and into a brand new life. And that's what this center does. So it was my honor to be there. Thank you to all that donated and came out to see us. So it was nice to see. It's nice to see. And we heard a great survivor story, too. Tomorrow on the show, Gardening Guy Dale K is back answering your fall gardening questions on our Facebook page. Plus, easy last-minute costume ideas for your Halloween party. That is tomorrow. But right now, that is going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. We're going to go eat the Impossible Burger now.